think it's ironic that I filmed this video 3 times over in the last hour because it hasn't been good enough. Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Ada Newman. I am a life coach and EFT practitioner, and I help people manifest their dream lives. In today's video, we are going to be doing some EFT tapping to help you shift from the feelings of perfectionism to the feelings of self-acceptance. So I don't know about you, but I am known for being a perfectionist, which means I achieve great levels of success and, dare I say, perfection in almost anything I put my mind to. But that also means that I experience a lot of harsh self-criticism and a lot of negative self-talk if I don't live up to those extremely high expectations that I put on myself. So if this sounds relatable, then please be sure to stick around to the end of this video. We're going to be doing some really powerful EFT tapping to help you have more self-compassion towards yourself, more self-acceptance. You're not going to want to miss this. So please do like this video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so you never miss a life-changing video like this one. Let's get into it. So perfectionism is described in the dictionary as refusing to accept any standard short of perfection. So although this can be really motivating, I think as a perfectionist it's incredibly motivating to have these really high expectations, to have these super high standards that we're always striving for, because that's how we become better, that's how we achieve more success. But it's a double-edged sword, because on the flip side, we end up beating up on ourselves if we don't reach our exceptionally high standards, and if we don't do good enough, then we feel like we have low self-worth, and that we're basically tying our self-worth to our external achievements when we are being a perfectionist. We say if we don't achieve that, then we're not good enough, and we're afraid that other people won't think we're good enough either. So that's kind of what's going on deep within the subconscious mind of a perfectionist. So in this video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing some EFT tapping to help shift us from the feelings of perfectionism to having more self-compassion and more self-acceptance for ourselves. So I would rate first on a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being like, no dude, I'm like not a perfectionist at all, and 10 being you feel like you are totally a perfectionist. Wherever that range is for you, go ahead and give it a number on the 0 to 10 scale. So once you have your numbers, go ahead, take a deep breath. And then we're going to start tapping on the karate chop point, and you can just repeat after me, either out loud or in your head. Even though I'm a perfectionist, I choose to love and accept myself. Even though I feel like a perfectionist, and I feel like I won't be good enough if I'm not perfect, I choose to love and accept myself. Even though I feel like I won't be worthy enough if I'm not perfect, and that leads me to being a perfectionist, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Go to the eyebrow. I'm a perfectionist. Side of the eye. It's how I achieve what I do. Under the eye. But it can sometimes be tiring. Under the nose. Because if I don't reach my high levels of success, under the chin, I feel like I'm not good enough. Collarbone. I end up beating up on myself. Under the arm. I feel like I'm not good enough. Top of the head. If I'm not perfect, I feel like I won't be good enough. Eyebrow. Can be incredibly exhausting. Side of the eye. I want to experience more peace. Under the eye. I want to be nicer to myself. Under the nose. I want to accept myself. Under the chin. But I'm a perfectionist. Collarbone. And I'm afraid if I let go of this perfectionism, I won't be able to achieve anything. under the arm. So I choose to hold on to it. Top of the head. But what would happen if I were more self-accepting? Eyebrow. What would happen if I was nicer to myself? Side of the eye. What if I could achieve more that way? Under the eye. I choose to give my body permission to relax. Under the nose. And feel all of these feelings. Chin point. It'd be a lot more relaxing if I were more accepting of myself. Collarbone. Life would probably be more enjoyable. Under the arm. But I wonder if I won't feel good enough. Top of the head. I wonder if people won't think I'm good enough. Eyebrow. If I weren't a perfectionist. Side of the eye. But I'm here right now. Under the eye. Because I want to be nicer to myself. Under the nose. I choose to accept myself in this moment. Under the chin. I choose to accept myself even if I make a mistake. Collarbone. I choose to accept myself even if I mess up. Under the arm. Because I'm doing the best that I can. Top of the head. And doing my best is good enough. Eyebrow. I'm good enough just as I am. Side of the eye. I am more than enough. Under the eye. I accept myself. Under the nose. I accept myself even if I mess up. Chin point. I accept myself even if I don't reach my high expectations. Collarbone. I know that I am more than enough. Under the arm. My best will always be good enough. Top of the head. Trying my best will always be good enough. Eyebrow. I choose to accept myself. Side of the eye. I choose to have more compassion towards myself. Under the eye. Doing my best will always be good enough. Under the nose. I will be able to achieve more if I'm kind to myself. Chin point. I choose to let go of being a perfectionist. Collarbone. And I choose to be nicer to myself instead. Under the arm. I know that I'm good enough just as I am. Top of the head. I choose to fully and completely love and accept myself. Gently stop tapping. You can take a deep breath. Okay, go ahead and check in with that number on the 0 to 10 scale, whatever you started with. And I want to know if your number went down at all. So if you started, let's say, at a 9, did it go down to a 6? Where is that number for you now? And you want to repeat this tapping until that number is a 5 or less. Now I feel like if you get to getting stuck at like a 4 or 5, if you've done this tapping a couple times and you just can't get it lower, I would go into a specific event where you felt like you put a huge amount of pressure on yourself, or even a time when you felt like you had a lot of pressure from others on yourself, because those are usually the events that created this perfectionist attitude within us. And this perfectionism mindset and identity that we hold. So if you can't get below a 5, go ahead and just go through a couple rounds of tapping. Tap while you're thinking of that event. Go into as much detail as possible, and hopefully that will help you get over that hump and get down to as close to a 0 as possible. Now, moving forward, I would just suggest to try to be mindful of when you notice that you're setting extremely high expectations for yourself. And just in that moment, tune into yourself and just remember that you are good enough even if you don't reach that high expectation, that you are good enough even if you don't achieve that outstanding success that you're striving for, that you're good enough even if you make a mistake, even if you mess up, you are still worthy and good enough. And just remind yourself, start shifting those little thought patterns and kind of disengaging from the perfectionist attitude. If you find yourself beating up on yourself because you made a mistake or something, once again, just start shifting that into, no, I love and accept myself. I accept myself no matter what. And that will start to help reprogram your brain to be more loving and kind and compassionate towards you. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope that you got some value out of this tapping. And yeah, also if you guys noticed that you were like burping, or if you were yawning, or if you even cried during this video, that is a good sign. That means that the energy is moving within you and that you are starting to shift from being a perfectionist towards more self-acceptance. If you like this video, please like it, and please subscribe to the channel so you never miss a new video in the future. I'd love to have you there, and I hope that you have a beautiful rest of your day. That's all for today, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.